So, what you're going to need for this recipe is I've got 50 grams of walnut pieces, 225 grams of caster sugar, 225 grams of softened unsalted butter, 200 grams of plain flour, and in there I've got 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder and half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. I've got 4 eggs, I've got a little bit of milk, I've got 2 teaspoons of instant coffee granules, and just a little bit of boiling water. So to start off, we're going to preheat the oven to 180 degrees. So what you're going to start off with is one of these little electric beaters or mixers. I've got a little one, but you can do it with a big one if you like. So what we're going to do, we're going to put our walnuts in there, and we're also going to put our sugar in there. Just wipe off the top there. And put the lid on, switch it on, and just beat them until you get a fine nutty powder. Right, so that's done, and you can see that we've got this fine, it's kind of like a sugar. So what I've got is I've got my boiling water and 2 teaspoons of instant coffee granules. I'm just going to pour them in and just dissolve them into that boiling water to make a really, really strong kind of coffee. And you want to let that cool completely before you add it to anything. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my nutty powder, okay, just pour that straight into a mixing bowl. Okay, get out the bottom of it. Quite a wet powder, because if you blend nuts, they do form paste rather than a powder, so it'll be a bit wet because the sugar's going to make it more powdery. So then we're just going to add our butter, our coffee, our 4 eggs, you may have noticed this is quite a large recipe, it will make quite a large cake. And our flour, baking powder, and bicarbonate of soda. So now all you want to do is just get an electric beater and just mix all those ingredients together. So that's about halfway through now, and as you can see, we're starting to get sort of a mixture, but we've still got quite a bit of flour. So when you've done, you should be able to see that the mixture is quite a bit lighter than that around the edges. Okay, that's because lots of air's been hit into it. So what you want to do now is just taste that mixture, just using a spoon. For me, that's not quite coffee enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more boiling water, a bit more coffee powder. So I've just got I've got half a teaspoon of instant coffee granules and then 2 teaspoons of water, and just mix that up. So I'm just going to put the beater on a low speed, and I'm just going to slowly incorporate that coffee powder, coffee liquid. Okay. And just beat it in on slow speed, almost as if you're folding it into the mixture. Okay. So give it a quick beat on high for about 5 seconds, and then turn the beaters off again. I'm just going to give it another taste. For me, that is really, really good. So what I'm going to do now is take a spoon. I'm just going to test it. So as you can see, it still stays on the spoon. It's kind of stiff. It's kind of like perfect piping consistency. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some milk. Okay, just clean off this spoon. I'm just going to add a couple of spoonfuls of milk. This is about 2 tablespoons. It's not exact. And just fold that into the mixture. Won't take long. Okay, you can try and get some of the edges in if you like. And just from 2 tablespoons even, you can see now that it really drops off the spoon a lot more. So I've just got 2 lined sandwich tins, and I'm just going to divide the mixture up between them both. Make sure you get an even spread on both of the tins. Okay, scope out that bowl. Don't want to waste any of this lovely mixture. Okay. Get it all out. Once you've got it all out, spread the mixture. Now these are going to be some quite tall cakes, okay, so you are going to want to cut them maybe once, twice even for each sandwich cake. So I'm just going to show you a little tip on how to make cakes rise more evenly. So apart from spreading them out like this, okay, you can also run a spatula around the edge of the cake. So if you just run a spatula around like this, what that's going to do is it's going to pull it away from the sides, so when it bakes, it's not going to try and want to stick to the sides. It's going to come away from the sides of the tins, which is going to make it's going to rise more evenly. That's going off into the preheated oven